GSX is the agent of change when the fiscal year begins.
It was no longer a meeting, it wasn't a conference, it wasn't a gathering, it was an experience.
Yes, it's TV. Yes, it's web. Yes, it's mobile. Yes, it's social.
GSX is totally different from any other event out there.
88 cities, almost 100 local contacts.
Globally around, 44 countries? Quite significant.
GSX is an opportunity to tell them you are in the right place, you are with a company that is achieving amazing things.
It starts with you.
It starts with you.
It starts with you.
What that tagline was able to do was it create that hook, and every single message was able to anchor it. Everything was done because we had a strategic reason and a business reason that supported it.
Our strategy at Cisco is all about market and technology transitions.
How do you create the emotional bond with the audience? And that was our guiding principle throughout.
Knowing that their audience was in APJC or in EMEA or in the Americas, and be conscious of that shift, customized content that was much more relevant to them.
What feeds the top priorities, what feeds the strategy. It's all about measurement. Then we're constantly talking with our audience to really understand what they want.
To create the most employee-aware event in the world.
Where they're interacting with each other on their phones, on their computers, on the television screen.
Being able to amplify the message of an individual and broadcast that to 10,000 other individuals.
So they can see it, so others can see it, so others can feel in kind of communion with the other people.
With GSX being virtual, recognition, it really becomes a responsibility of everybody. A little bit of recognition goes such a long way.
You got a little teared up there.
I did. It is such an emotional experience.
This group represents literally hundreds of people who have put this event together.
In our case, we had over 150 freelancers, vendors, support folks.
Well over 600 people support this from an operations perspective to make it happen in these 88 locations.
It takes a village.
It takes a city.
It
gets to that scope and scale.
All of this was enabled by Cisco technology, whether it's WebEx, telepresence.
And we now want to share this incredible set of solutions with our customers.
The majority of people who come and talk to us are not looking to necessarily do what we're doing at GSX, but are looking at what we do with pieces of it.
GSX provides an amazing example of how a company can take one message and communicate it across the board.
And ultimately, that's really what matters. How are we making that AM out in the field successful? Are they able to leverage some of this?
Wow, little energy to get us started.
It was technology happening spontaneously. That's what made it a really fascinating hybrid event, I think, for the audience.
This is something that started last year, and this is the evolution of last year's program, right? And we have next year to look forward to.
What's next year's evolution?
Right.
You know, there's so much more.
Where people are leaning into the experience.
And I think what allows us to be so innovative is that there's nothing written, there's no book, there's no how-to. We're writing this story.
We're also letting the audience write the story.
Then you got something special.
You know what I love about this program is every year we push the envelope, and then at the end of it we say, we just scratched the surface.